Okay, so what we're going to do next is practice making a seam. Now a seam is just a way of joining two pieces of fabric together. So I have two pieces, just scrap fabric that I've pinned together on one edge here. You can see if I pull them out, it's just one on top of the other pinned in place like that. So to join them, I'm going to stick it underneath my foot. I want to start at the top, so I'm just kind of starting just below where the needle is going to come down, and I'm lining up my fabric right with the edge of my foot there. So I'm going to lower the foot. Now for doing seams, I usually like to use not my stitch that is right in the middle, but my stitch that is just over to the inside a little bit more, which for me is B. So I have it selected on B, and then same as before, I'm just going to hold my little threads back here so that they don't slip out on me. Crank the wheel down until I'm just in the fabric. Make sure I'm lined up holding this. So I'm going to go forward a little bit, and I'm going to reverse and go forward again so that my stitch is locked in place. And then just as I come up to these pins, I'm just going to pull them out. So you want to pull out the pin kind of just before you get to it. And so we'll just keep going here. Pull out that pin, keep going, pull that one out. And now I'm at the bottom here, so I'm going to go right to the end, and then I'm going to reverse a little bit, go forward a little bit, and then crank my needle up, lift my foot up, pull my fabric out, snip those threads, and kind of trim them up on the edges here. And so you can see this looks like this. Now to seam things, you're going to go right side to right side, so this would be the wrong side, so that when I open it up, basically what I have is that. And so this would be the right side of the material, and these two pieces of fabric have now been joined with a seam. Now, if I wanted to secure that seam, to make sure, for example, that this edge isn't going to fray on me, that's usually what the zigzag stitch is for. So I'll just secure my seam with a zigzag stitch. So I'm going to switch my switch selector to C for zigzag. Just going to position this. Now I'm not going to go right over top of my straight stitch, I'm going to go just to the right of it on the outside. So put the treble foot down, hold the threads, poke the needle into the thread, and go forward, reverse, lock it in place, forward, to the end, and then reverse, and forward again. Lift it up, pull it out, snip it off, and then my seam is secured so that that wouldn't fray on me. You don't always do that, but sometimes it's a good idea. So again, and then I would basically take this and I would just iron it out so it's nice and straight and smooth.